How's it going, Westwood Gym? I know a lot of you have asked me, what are these colored teapots laying around the gym? Well, they're kettlebells. I'm about to show you a 15-round workout to get you introduced to them. It's also gonna get you sweaty and get pumped, all right? So let's grab one of these bad boys and get started. All right, guys, so the first exercise is a push-up. So we're gonna set up the kettlebells about shoulder distance apart. And the reason we're gonna do that is so we get a little more depth in our push-up, bigger stretch, open up our chest and shoulders, and also adds a little stability. So right here, real simple. We're gonna do this for an entire minute. All right, so the next exercise is a two-handed swing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the kettlebell right by our heels. We're gonna keep our back straight, our chest out. And remember, this is a lower body exercise, not an upper body exercise. So you should feel a big stretch in the hamstrings. Right here, and all we're gonna do is pop our hips forward, sit them back. Right there. For the next minute, what we're gonna do is 30 seconds on each hand. So we're gonna grab it again, chest out, back straight. Just like with the two-handed swings, we're gonna sit our hips back, pop them in, and then after 30 seconds of this, we're gonna switch hands right here, all right? All right, by now your heart should be beating, you should start getting a little warm, sweating a little bit. So this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna alternate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch when the kettlebell's out in front of us. Right here, right here. Keeping the chest out, back straight, so we got our abs engaged. And then what we're gonna do, now with this one, you might have to go down to a lighter weight than you have with the two-handed or one-handed. Because catching this guy out in front of you is definitely not easy. Guys, next exercise, Russian twist. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the kettlebell, hold it up by our collarbone, we're gonna pinch our knees together, pick our heels up off the ground. We're gonna keep the kettlebell right in front of your chest, and we're gonna rotate our torso, having our head follow the kettlebell. Right there, real good core exercise. The next one we're gonna do is a tactical lunge. First, we're gonna grab the kettlebell, and as we step forward to lunge, we're gonna send this guy right through my legs. I step back down with the other leg, again, send it right through. This is gonna take a little practice, but after some practicing, this is what eventually it's gonna look like. The exercise we're gonna do is a clean press. So first off, we're gonna line the kettlebell up by our heels, like we do with every exercise. We're gonna squat down in our athletic stance, so that means chest out, back straight. We're gonna grab that kettlebell with one arm. We're gonna drive with our heels up. Bring it right into our chest, so our hands right by our mouth. Then all we're gonna do is bend at our side, drive through that leg, and reach up to the ceiling. Back down in the same order. For the next minute, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side, so chest out, back straight, line it up with your heels. The one thing you wanna make sure that you're careful of is when you drive it up here, that your fist is in the middle of your chest. Because if your arm is right out here, the kettlebell's gonna turn and really tweak your shoulder. So that's just something that you wanna keep in mind. This exercise is a right-handed windmill. So again, we're gonna line up the kettlebell by our heels. We're gonna sit down in that athletic stance, drive up. So it's in our chest, put this guy straight over our head. We got our feet shoulder distance apart. We're gonna turn our feet to the left if the kettlebell's in our right hand. We're gonna push our hip out to the right, and then we're gonna run the outside of our hand down the inside of my leg. Keeping that arm locked out. I touch the floor, I got a big stretch of my hamstring and my chest and shoulders, and I return back to my starting position. All right? And then for the next minute, you're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side, just reversing the direction of your feet and hips. Exercise we're gonna do, alternating grips. This is a good one. So again, we're gonna line it up by our heel, drive up from our legs. We're gonna pull it, so it's weightless, catch it, and ease it on the way back down. Same thing, over and over. Hard part is keeping your chest out and back straight while you're doing it. Right there. Next exercise we're gonna do is a push squat. So all we're gonna do, chest out, back straight. We're gonna sit back on our heels. As we're sitting back on our heels, we're gonna extend this guy out in front of us, almost using it as a counterbalance. Then all you're doing is repeating that for a minute. Exercise we're gonna do, renegade rows. So we're gonna get in push-up position, right here again. Feet about shoulder distance apart. And what we're gonna do is make sure we're stable on the one arm, and then all we're gonna do is pull this guy up, bring our shoulder blade to our spine, and alternating sides. Next exercise we're gonna do, get up, sit up. So we're gonna have both legs extended out here. I'm gonna lie flat with the kettlebell right over my chest. I'm gonna sit all the way up to my tailbone, putting the kettlebell over my head, and right back down. Try to maintain good posture while you're doing it. A minute on one side, a minute on the other.